The first thing I learned about alien diplomacy was that they hate hesitation, right up until hesitation saves their lives. My name is Commander Ria Morado, Xenolinguistics officer aboard the human diplomatic vessel Wayfarer's Oath. Our mission was simple on paper: establish first contact with the Trelkin Accord, a multi-species coalition near the Persis Fringe. The Accord had never dealt with humans before. They'd intercepted our radio chatter years earlier and finally invited us to speak for mutual opportunity. Opportunity was a diplomatic word. In reality, it meant either alliance or annihilation. Standard first contact stakes. The delegation's reception hall on Station Varelian was a cathedral of alien architecture, spiraling metal vines, floating platforms, gravity shifting like a gentle tide. Representatives from 7 species waited in concentric rings. Their forms ranged from crystalline pillars to feathered mantis-like beings to gelatinous floating orbs glowing from within. At the center stood the Trelkin Arbiter, an 8-foot-tall entity of layered silver plates, each plate rotating slightly as though uncertain which direction time flowed. The Arbiter spoke directly into my neural translator. Human emissary, we appreciate your arrival. You will present your species' intentions. Be concise. Time is a resource we value. I bowed slightly. Understood. Humanity seeks cooperative expansion, shared technology, and peaceful integration into the Accord's trade networks. A murmur rippled through the gathered aliens. Most species expressed interest. Some expressed suspicion. One, however, expressed hunger. The Croth Dominion delegate leaned forward. Its body resembled a skeletal insect carved from black stone, with glowing orange pits for eyes. Humans are rumored to be adaptable, violent when threatened, useful. That wasn't exactly comforting. Negotiations proceeded. Trade proposals, cultural exchanges, military non-aggression pacts. Everything moved fast. Too fast. I noticed something troubling. Every time the Arbiter turned to the Croth delegate, the station's energy readings spiked. Slightly. Consistently. A power draw beneath the floor. Localized. Hidden. I opened a private channel to my ship. Engineering monitor substation grids beneath the conference hall. Something's pulling power in pattern bursts. Lieutenant Han responded. Copy. That's unusual. Stand by. The Arbiter turned to me again. Human emissary. The Accord wishes to expedite proceedings. Sign the Unified Welcome Treaty now, and you'll be granted immediate docking rights across our territory. Expedite. Hurry. Every instinct in my body told me to slow down. Before we sign, I said, I would like clarification on Article 12, Mutual Defense Obligations. The Arbiter's plates rotated faster. There is no ambiguity. Sign. The Croth delegate clicked its mandibles. Hurry, human. Do not waste time. Something was very wrong. My earpiece chimed. Han again. Commander. There's a massive energy reservoir under the hall. Military-grade capacitors. They're charging. If released, it could fry the station's shielding. I swallowed. The treaty wasn't a welcome document. It was a trigger condition. The moment we signed, the Croth would have legal justification under Accord law to execute a dominance assertion, a polite phrase for orbital sterilization. And we'd be the first demonstration. The Arbiter noticed my pause. Why are you delaying? You were told to hurry. I forced a smile. Humans are cautious by nature. We verify before commitment. The Croth hissed. Your caution is insulting. I slowly placed my hand on the digital signing plate, but didn't activate it. Arbiter, I said evenly. Would you allow a small procedural delay? My people require biometric confirmation from orbit. Standard security. The Arbiter's plates hesitated. This is not required. True, I replied, but if the Accord desires trust, allowing our customs shows goodwill. Diplomacy is a game of painting traps with politeness. The arbiter considered. Very well. You may contact your vessel, but be swift. The Krotha's eyes burned brighter. Do not take long, human. I opened a private channel again.
Han.
Begin countercharge. If those capacitors dump energy, redirect through their own grid. Overload their system. Han hesitated. Commander, that could blow half the station. Only if we mistime it. You have my trust. I cut the channel and looked up. Apologies for the delay, I said. Confirmation is complete. The arbiter rotated its plates again. Proceed to sign. Instead, I stepped back. I will not. Silence. Then the Kroth screeched. Treason against the Accord. Energy roared beneath us. The hall's lights dimmed as the capacitors reached critical charge. The arbiter's voice thundered. You have violated diplomatic protocol. Consequences will. Han's voice burst into my earpiece. Countercharge released.
Now.
The floor erupted with blinding white light. Not destructive, redirected. Every capacitor discharged back into the Krotha's own concealed war engines docked beneath the station. Across the hall, the Kroth delegate shattered, its stone-like body cracking from internal overload. In orbit, my tactical display showed their war fleet erupting into silent blossoms of plasma. The station trembled, but held. When the light faded, every alien present stared at me. The arbiter's plates spun slowly, thoughtfully. Explain, it said. I straightened my uniform. The Kroth intended to activate a dominance assertion protocol upon treaty signature. I refused to let humanity's first contact be its funeral. The crystalline delegate chimed softly. You detected deception. The feathered mantis clicked approval. You acted without aggression until necessary. The arbiter turned to the smoldering remains of the Kroth. The Accord does not tolerate betrayal. Human emissary, your caution prevented catastrophe. I allowed myself a slow breath. The arbiter stepped forward. You were told to hurry. You did not. Your careful nature saved this assembly. Humanity is hereby welcomed as a Protectorate-class ally. Your species possesses a rare quality, the ability to hesitate at the correct moment. A new treaty hologram formed before me. Alliance of mutual trust and defense. This time I signed. Hours later, aboard Wayfarer's Oath, I looked out at the alien station glowing peacefully against the stars. Han leaned beside me.
Funny thing.
They wanted you to hurry, then praised you for slowing down. I chuckled. Humans have a saying, I said. Measure twice. Cut once. Somewhere in the vast galaxy, new alliances had formed because we refused to rush into a trap. Not because we were the strongest species. Not because we were the smartest. But because we were careful when others demanded haste. And sometimes, that's the most dangerous weapon of all. The arbiter stepped closer, its plates finally still. You were told to hurry, it said. Instead, you were careful. Your caution saved the station and exposed treachery within our accord. A new treaty hologram formed before me. Alliance of mutual trust and defense. I signed. Later, aboard Wayfarer's Oath, I watched Station Varelian drift against the stars. The galaxy had expected humanity to rush forward blindly. Instead, we'd survived by refusing to. Sometimes, the greatest strength isn't speed. It's knowing when not to hurry.